Good morning. I'm playing a little Warframe while I wait for my phone to auto update for the new security system. Phone finished updating and charging and all that good stuff. So we are. Well, we are. I am. You're not. You're at home. I'm leaving Publix after getting all the fixins I need for my Boston butt tomorrow. Takes about 12 to 24 hours to marinate. So by the time, if I put it in now, it'll be ready to go into the slow cooker at 8 o'clock in the morning, which is okay because it's going to take a while to slow cook since I don't have a slow cooker. I also got some. It's dark. Let's try it again. I got some cord pineapple and some other goodies, and I'm gonna do some juices and smoothies tomorrow. Well, actually tonight because it's only 8 o'clock. It seems so much later. I don't understand. Walking Dead tomorrow. My family's throwing me a little party for my birthday, even though my birthday was on the 12th. It's just, this is the first time the family's been able to get together. We're going to party it up. Not really. Got milk and spinach, pork. I got a little over 6 pounds of pork, which, you know, once you cook it and marinate it and chop it up, it'll probably be closer to 5. A little over 5 pounds. So the grease and stuff will drip off and cook out of it. And then I'll put more of that into it so it'll stay nice and juicy. The secret is you create a brine. If the pork doesn't taste good, it doesn't matter what you put on it. Barbecue sauce, dry rubs, any of that. The pork isn't going to be good to eat. I'm a minimalist when it comes to pork. I do all my prep work with the brining and very little seasoning, and I let the pork speak for itself. I'll put out sauce. I'll do other stuff like that. I tried making my own sauce at one point. That wasn't very good. It didn't come out very well. But I don't like putting large quantities of barbecue sauce or anything on my pork when I eat it because it just takes away from the taste of the meat. It's fun. My friend Jessica died years ago now. When she got married, she had a potluck reception, so I brought 11 or 12 pounds of pork, like pulled pork, and it was like one of my, it wasn't like my first time making it, but it was my first time making it in a slow cooker, because I didn't have a smoker, because I was living with my ex, Amy, at the time. She wasn't my ex then, but she's my ex now. So we had to make everything in the slow cooker because her apartment they wouldn't allow you to do smokers. And it turned out really well because you can take the juices, don't take all the juices, but if you have to transport it so it doesn't dry out, you take just like a ladle full of the juice and put it in the pan. So that way when if it cools down too much, you're able to reheat it and it'll re-moisturize the meat, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And that's typically what I do. Like I'll take a little of the brine and I'll throw it into the pot when I slow cook it. And then the juice that's in the slow cooker, I will take that and I will put that into into the aluminum sheet or the serving dish that I'm going to be reheating it in, because typically I make it here and then I'll take it with me wherever I go. Well, I will strive to document my pork marinade. So basically what you do is you start out with a little salt. I'm using sea salt. I'm going to put a dash of hot sauce in there. Molasses. 2 different kinds of smoke. You see we have hickory and then we have mesquite. And if I can find it, typically I throw some like parsley in there. There it is. Parsley. It's supposed to be a cold brine, but I don't have any pickling salt, so in order to get the molasses and the salt to make brine, I have to get it like with hot water. Now, you see the salt's starting to dissolve in there, and you want to add a pretty big dollop. That should be it. Of molasses, because basically you want the brine to be not just sweet, but you also want it to be a little salty. And I will take a spoon and start mixing that up. The water is about 100, not even 100, like 95 degrees. And we want it to start getting a little brown. And then you're going to start coming out clean when it comes out of the water there. But this is every recipe is slightly different, but this is the basis of all the different recipes I've used to make pork. So it's slightly different every time. But I have to eyeball it. So okay, so this is the final product. I put some parsley and some cumin and some coriander in here, and a little paprika to sweeten and spice up the brine. And it should come out very good tomorrow. Like, no one's ever complained about my pork or my experimentation of the brine. I caught the twine that they put on here. I don't understand why they put the twine on here. I'm constantly going to our Publix and finding wrong labeled things in the meat section. Like the first one I grabbed, I was like, oh look, it's 10 pounds. That's awesome. 10, and it was all actually. But they were like, I'm looking at it, and I'm like, holy crap. There's a giant bone in this. I'm looking, and they're like, no. And they'd taken a bone-in Boston butt, and less. I was like, that's just wrong. Because the boneless costs more than the bone-in. But I actually got a good deal once when I was gonna make this stuff, and they had a 12-pound one, and it was like, wow, that's a lot. But it was for so cheap. I thought it was a boneless one, but it was a bone-in one, and there was just like a sliver of bone. So you want the brine to sit like covering the pork, but as you can see, it's not really covering it right now because it floats. It floats as is. See if we can push it down a little. Okay. Maybe it's not floating. Maybe it's my own fault for putting it in such a small bowl. But time to cover it up and put it in the fridge and let it sit for 12 hours. So at 8:41, I'll be pulling it back out and putting it into the slow cooker. Alright, so after, a little less than 12 hours, this is what it looks like. It looks so delicious. I'm sorry I'm talking low, it's just people are sleeping in the house and everything. So I'm going to put it into the slow cooker here we're going to add some of the juice, and when that gets in there, we're going to add some more smoke. And then low heat for a while.